once said, keep it simple, stupid.
I'm Ivan.
I'm Nick.
And this is DIY Detail. Today, we have this beautiful black Defender here. It's actually a well-maintained vehicle, but we're gonna maintain it just a little bit better.
And by keeping it simple, I mean, get the foamer out of here. We usually foam all clean on the rims, on the tires. We don't need it today.
So today we have our all clean 15-to-1 as it comes in this bottle. We're gonna spray it on the wheels and tires. We're gonna do the wheels and tires in a rinseless method. You don't see us doing this often. These are great candidates. These are a shiny black finish. They're gloss. And if you have grit on your tires and on your wheels and you start brushing them, that might not end well. Whereas this way, it's a safer way of doing these wheels. So I'm gonna start with the all clean, spraying it on the tire, going around, and you wanna make sure your tires are
dry and cool to the touch.
Exactly.
I guess dry doesn't make that much of a difference. Cool to the touch is what you want. I just didn't know what he was going for. I had to use my mind there. I think a lot of people wonder about rinseless washing.
Right.
It has limitations. Doing this without a hose, especially on these nice black rims, you do that when they're not trashed.
Right, and these are far from trashed. Like we said, this is a well-maintained vehicle. But we're gonna give it a little extra maintenance. From there, we have it on the wheels. We have it on the tires. I'm gonna use our green wheel and body brush, but just on the tires.
Because you're going to rinse the rim faces with rinseless wash or no?
We're going to after.
Yep.
But we'll use a rinseless dampened microfiber as our agitation media that we happen to have right there.
Yeah, I just, if we're gonna go ultra simple, ultra safe by getting rid of an IK foamer and keeping it very basic, I think rinsing the panel, rinsing the rim face is a huge part of this. So
exactly.
We do have this in a keg, but we could have done this in a 32-ounce sprayer.
You could have used just a simple garden sprayer as well.
Exactly. So you see how I'm actually flushing these rim faces from the all clean, the dust, the dirt, whatever was on there. I'm using this almost like a hose, but we're not introducing a ton of moisture, right? So you're not gonna get a ton of water pooling up. Of course, this is rinseless wash solution. You're not gonna get a lot of wet garage spots using this method.
Exactly.
All right, so we do have this wash media here. I'm gonna do one in the rinseless wash bucket. I assume the other is for ceramic gloss wipe down at the end?
Exactly. We'll do the same over here.
Ceramic gloss is step 2. Let's just focus on a very safe plush microfiber.
Yeah, so we're rinsing the all clean off of here.
If I wanted to go ultra safe, I could do one side and then switch to a fresh side. These really are not very dirty. But if you're ever gonna be careful on wheels, it's on ones like this.
Exactly. And while we're here, let's pick a leaf or two off of the surface and then rinseless wash. Over the whole surface of the vehicle. So now we're letting the rinseless wash emulsify, break down, encapsulate that dirt, getting rid of a branch, getting it everywhere on the surface. You're not trying to make the vehicle soaking with this. You're not trying to make it dripping. You just want to make sure that you have even coverage everywhere.
Ceramic gloss is our ceramic paint sealant. Amazing durability, and also it adds lubrication during the drying process. So when I've got it sprayed on the wheels and on my towel, I know it's going to be a safe drying process. We're going to add some gloss and certainly some protection to make these wheels easier to clean next time, guys. That's the whole idea.
Right.
Like, let's keep up on our stuff.
So excuse me for a second, Nick. Before you start drying that, let me just get this panel dampened. That way, if I happen to drip on, it won't be a travesty.
I got a little ahead of myself and excited.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, these wheels are slick to the touch and super glossy.
One advantage of these kegs is their long working time. A disadvantage is you need a compressor to get that long working time. So if you don't have a compressor, a good old-fashioned pump bug sprayer does the job very well. While Nick is finishing up that wheel, I'll grab a legacy sponge and wring it out just to the point of dripping.
Yvan, with the rinseless wash, you can absolutely do the wheels from start to finish first if you'd like.
Yeah.
Look how awesome ceramic gloss made them.
Oh, wow. Those are glossy, spectacular. They shine.
You don't usually see that kind of result on a wheel, so I just had to point it out, guys.
Yeah.
I'll get the wheels on the other side.
Very good. So I'm applying the rinseless wash to the surface, no pressure whatsoever on the legacy sponge. Just gliding it everywhere it needs to go, making sure I'm getting the whole panel covered. And then take my sponge and just on the verge of dripping. I don't want it wet, I don't want it soaking, because the sponge does two things here. It's applying the rinseless wash, yes. But secondly, it's actually pulling the dirt into itself. That's the way it works. And if you have it too wet, that drawing action or that pulling action doesn't happen. So you don't want a dripping wet sponge. And again, just gently, with no pressure, moving the sponge along the surface. This Defender is quite an interesting vehicle too. A lot of high tech on the inside, but still very British in look. There's wood, there's beautiful leather. So that's something I haven't seen in a while, Nick. Headlight cleaners.
Did those go out of fashion?
Sort of. But this one seems to have them. So I guess when you're going off-road in this vehicle, you might want to clean your headlights. Not that I think this one has been off-roading much, but you never know.
The rinseless wash does a great job of flushing the all clean from these wheels.
Yep.
The all clean dwells. It starts to eat into that dirt and grime and whatever gets kicked up from the roads, and then the rinseless wash continues to clean and emulsify the dirt, and most importantly, for a safe contact with the wheel, it's just flushing most of the scratch risks away.
Yep. So I'm going to stay out of Nick's way here while he finishes that. I can start drying this side. Rinseless wash gives us that capability. So I'm just going to add a few glancing sprays of ceramic gloss and start drying. And you'll see that just one pass, it's dry with the waffle weave towel. It's glossy, it's slick, and it's clean. On windows, I like just to give a little extra wipe just to make sure. The waffle towel is an easy towel to use. You can fold it over so you have multiple sides to work with, but also you get additional safety by having a thick padding. So I'm not using or not applying any pressure points. Nick, are the wheels on that side as glossy as the wheels on this side?
Oh, they're amazing. And I'm just taking my sweet time with them. One, because I can be a little bit of a slower detailer. I just enjoy the journey, as they say. And then two, I really do want to finesse these black glossy wheels. It's pretty rare to get a finish like this, and you can scratch it up. So I just want to treat it like it deserves to be treated.
Yeah, definitely. And it's interesting to me that the wheels are actually glossier than the paint is.
I keep mentioning it, but yeah, they are insane. And you can see Defender written on the rim face.
Yep. You know, setting the sprayer to the finest mist possible, you use a lot less product, but you get it distributed further. So it makes it easier for me to dry this area, get into all those little nooks and crannies there. and off we go. You know, Nick, it's often been asked, if I like this content, what should I do?
You know, it's almost like a question asked in Shakespeare, to be or not to be.
Right.
And that is the question. And in this case, the question is answered by one word. Subscribe.
Now, there's a few other phrases that could be added to that though. Like, hit that notification bell, leave us a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. We love your comments. We read and answer all of them.
Which is an act of intention. It's not by accident. I mean, it takes time, and we do it because we believe that this conversation is part of why we started DIY Detail. Like, we love teaching, and we learn as well, and sometimes you can't answer a paragraph at a time, but we try to engage in the conversation and get your questions answered, right? Because there's been times I've watched YouTube videos out there, whether it's detailing or something else, and I'm like, man, I really want to ask the creator a question, and I toggle through all the comments, and none of them have been responded to, and I'm like, there's no way, even if it's like recent, let alone a couple of months old or a year old. Yeah. I'm like, there's no way the creator's gonna come back and answer these. Well, we do. And that's an act that we take very seriously, and it's intentional, and so ask your questions and they shall be answered to the best of our ability.
Exactly. Have you ever had a British vehicle, Nick?
I have never had a British vehicle. Have you?
Yes, quite a few.
Now, after all this, and they put a little clear bra on the front.
Yeah, just the front.
It's like, go big or go home, folks. I thought that was a thing of the past.
Unfortunately not. Yeah, if you're gonna get PPF, PPF is a great thing. It does protect your vehicle extremely well, but don't have the line in the middle of the hood. Instead, get at least the full front. It's gonna do a better job of protecting, and it's gonna look better, meaning when you go to sell your vehicle, better resale value.
Let's say you remove that paint protection film at some future point in the life of the vehicle. It's going to look different than the rest of the hood.
Exactly.
The paint will look different. One was exposed to sun, one was not. There could be a line there.
Yep.
It's a mystery to me why people still do that, but it doesn't mean they're bad people.
No.
Okay, they haven't done something wrong. It's just, these are our opinions.
Exactly.
As detailers.
And with that, Nick, we'll let the tires dry, we'll detail the other side, and we'll carry on, but we'll ask you to carry on by watching this.